either way. Now you have your ring, have about a half, I don't know, but maybe 5 to 6 inches on each side. If it's not even, that's fine, because basically you may not even have to use it all. I'm going to lay this right on top of my ring base, okay? And then I'm going to start to string it through, okay? Do a couple wraps around those wraps that you already made. And of course we won't be done there because that won't be enough to stabilize it. Okay, so I've wrapped a few wraps around the wraps I already had. Okay, and I'm going to do, on the other side, I'm going to do the same thing. Ideally, you want to have the same amount of, close to the same amount of wire on both sides. Again, it doesn't always work out that way, but if it can, that's great too. So then I'm going to do a little bit more here. I'm doing my stabilizing on the other side, okay? Now if you'll notice, this guy is still moving, right? We don't want that. So now we're going to go around to the front and we're going to string it through. And ideally you want to go through a place that you've already anchored. That way it's not going to show up, okay? And it's just a matter of continuing, okay? And then I'm going to the other side. I'm going right through to the other side, pushing through those wires again in a place that I've already anchored if possible to keep it neat. Alright, again I'm going to do one loop around. Now there's no perfect way to do this. You're going to play with this until it feels stable. That's basically the only way to do it. And when it feels stable, you know you've done it. Now every time I go through, I'm going through under, see, under, draw it up, through the bird's nest, through the anchor again, okay? And here we go. We are getting a bird's nest that is way more stable, okay? Now there's always going to be a little give to it, but you don't want it to fall off, and you want to make sure that it looks good and it doesn't lose its shape. Okay, so you continue to weave through as much as you can without losing the look. All right, give it a squeeze, adjust your bird nest, do whatever you need to do to make it straight. All right, so now I pretty much have that bird's nest on there pretty good. To finish it, I'm going to go back to the side. Okay, I'm going to go back to the side where I started. One more wrap around. Okay, trim it, crimp, tighten up those wires. Okay. One more on the other side. Now just look at your both sides. You want to have it even, so if it doesn't look as even, see, I noticed I have a few more wraps on this side. Do a few more wraps on the other side to balance it. Okay? So now I'm going to cut it. And here we are. Now on the bottom side you can see where it's been woven. Okay? And that is how it's stabilized and attached. That's okay for your finger. It's not going to be uncomfortable at all. Take mine off. And I'll put it on. Okay? And that's a bird's nest ring. And I hope that helps anybody who wanted to make one. Thank you for your questions and comments. I always appreciate them. And until next time, bye for now.